Adventure Week is back, and it is starting on Friday, August 2nd at 10 a.m. and running till Monday, August 12th at 11:59 p.m. This is going to be a 10-day Adventure Week event, and that is because it is going to overlap with the Rocket Takeover event. So I'll put out a video on that event when we get closer to the day. But right now, let's go over all the event details, plus all the best Pokemon to hunt during this event, and we'll start with the bonuses. So in here, we are going to see some of the usual Adventure Week bonuses, which includes 2 times XP for spinning Pokestops, 5 times XP for spinning Pokestops for the first time, 2 times XP for hatching Pokemon, and an increased chance to encounter the following shiny Pokemon, that is Cranidos, Shieldon, Tortuga, Archon, Tyrant, and Amara. Now these Pokemon we are mainly going to see in eggs and in field research, but let's start with the wild encounters. Now in terms of the best Pokemon to hunt here, Dunsparce can be a bit of a spice pick in Great League with just normal typing. It won't be getting stab, but it has good coverage with its moveset and will only take super effective damage from fighting type moves. Then there's Roggenrola, which evolves into Gigalith. It isn't super meta relevant, but it can fill in as a rock type raid attacker. It does generally need a legacy move to be its best, but honestly its best even as a shadow is not great. So this one is more of a temporary fill-in until you get better rock types and a fun shiny hunt. We also have Drillbur, which evolves into Excadrill. It's a decent ground type raid attacker, but it's even better as a shadow. In fact, quite good as a shadow. And the same goes for its use in GBL. Master League is where it ranks best, but again, as a shadow. And then it's a bit of a spice pick in Great League, and once more as a shadow. Then we have Bunnelby, which evolves into Diggersby. This is actually not a bad spice pick for Great League. Has an interesting move set for coverage and a decent amount of bulk, so it can be a little bit of fun to run there. And then we also have Aerodactyl in the rare spawns. That has a Mega in the game, which will be in the Mega raids during this time as well. And it is a decent rock type raid attacker, ranking number 5 at the moment. Next up, we are going to have event eggs. These will be the 7-kilometer eggs. So that's the eggs you get from opening gifts from friends. Now, in terms of the best Pokemon to hunt in the eggs, we have Cranidos, which evolves into Rampardos. It is a top 10 rock type raid attacker, but its shadow will come out in the takeover event happening a few days into this event and is even better. So you might want to just farm candies here, and you could keep a good few non-shadow ones to fill in your rock type team until you get something better. Then we have Shieldon, which evolves into Bastiodon. It is a top Great League Pokemon and generally runs better as a non-shadow, so this is a good time to grab this one. Next up we have Tyrant, which evolves into Tyrantrum. This is another fill-in rock type. It ranks around number 12 as a rock type raid attacker, so a good budget option. And then finally we have Amara, which evolves into Auroros. It can be run in the Great League and the Ultra League, and a bit spicy in Master League, but due to its rock ice typing, you really need to know how to build a team around it and make use of this Pokemon in GBL, so it's a little bit of a more technical one there. And don't forget, these ones here will be shiny boosted for the event. Next up, let's take a look at the field research. You might have noticed that a lot of the best Pokemon are in the eggs there, and if you're not a person who likes hatching, then the field research is where you're going to find a lot of those same Pokemon. So let's take a look at the list here. We are going to see Dunsparce, Lilip, Anorith, Cranidos, Shieldon, Roggenrola, Drillbur, Tortuga, Archon, Bunnelby, Tyrant, and Amara. And also some field research tasks will award Mega Energy for Aerodactyl. Now, as I said, a lot of the same Pokemon that are in the field research here are either in the eggs or in the wild. There is one to watch out for here that is in neither of those two, and that is Lilip, which evolves into Credilli. It can be a spice pick for Great League and Ultra League. You'll need to level 50 it for Ultra League, but its unique rock grass typing and its decent bulk do give it some good play in those leagues. Can be a fun one if you're interested in Credilli. And here are the ones that have a shiny boost. Now, if you're not a person who likes hatching, definitely hunt those good Pokemon in the field research. But if you do want to do a little bit of hatching but don't want to spend money on it, I'm going to give you my top tip for how to participate in hatch events without spending any money, and that is to manage your egg bag. So all the time, whenever you're hatching eggs, just normally between hatch events, hatch anything that isn't a 2-kilometer egg and hang on to those 2-kilometer eggs. That way, when a hatch event rolls around, all your eggs are low-kilometer eggs, and you can work your way through those pretty quickly and get rid of them and fill it up with event eggs. And I do recommend you get rid of all the 2-kilometer ones, replacing them with event eggs, and then once you've done that, start working on the event eggs. That will get you the most amount of event eggs per event, and you can kind of work your way through them slowly, even once the event ends. Even if there's a shiny boost for the eggs, that shiny boost remains because the egg is determined whether it's a shiny Pokemon when you get it, not when you hatch it. So that's my best tip for how to participate in egg hatching events without spending any money. But if you do want to spend a little bit of money on this game, there is going to be a $2 timed research in the store. With that, you are going to get 2 incubators, 1 super incubator, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. Just in terms of the value of the incubators, you are getting your money's worth, but you do have to spend real money. And then you'll also get a few shiny checks from those encounters as well. And then there's also going to be collection challenges. Completing those will get you Stardust, encounters, and some Mega Energy for Aerodactyl. And then finally, there are going to be Pokestop showcases as well, where you can enter those event-themed Pokemon. So if you get any XXL ones, hang on to them, throw them in those showcases. Hopefully you can win yourself some showcases and work on that showcase medal. In terms of the best way to do that, generally you want to go to showcases that are not in busy areas. They're not near any major attractions, any transit hubs, any big grind spots that people like to go to. So find those out of the way showcases. They'll generally have less trainers in them. That'll make them less competitive, and you'll have a better shot at getting that first place. All right, everybody, that's all the information I have for you in this video. I hope it was helpful. Right now, we're going to say a big thanks to our mythical members, Body on a Planet, Kate, Assassin Octopus, and Fallman. Thank you to them for supporting the channel at the mythical level. It really does help, as well as all of you who watch the videos, come to the live streams, hang out, comment, lurk, chat, subscribe, all that stuff. Super helpful. I'm very grateful for you all. I hope you have a fun adventure week, rack up a lot of XP, and get some shiny fossil Pokemon, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.